October is officially here, folks, and I can think of no better way to kick off the spooky season than with a Michael Myers mask unboxing. Huge shout out to my pal Gabe for sending me this mask. Gabe is a longtime supporter of my channel and a great fella. Gabe, you're too kind. I appreciate you very much. Now, this box contains a Cemetery Gates Productions mask, but it's not a Warlock. It's actually for a CGP mask that I don't own and have heard very little about. If you're familiar with my channel, then you know I love my Warlocks. For me, the Warlock is the definitive Halloween 2 Myers mask. But what about the Fear, CGP's Halloween 1 Myers mask? Well, let's take a look. Here we go. Alrighty. The box is open and very well packed by Gabe. Very nicely packed. Oh, and here it is. Here it is. And this is my first time laying eyes on an actual CGP Fear mask. I've seen a couple of pictures, but aside from that, that's it. And it's really nice. Cast your eyes on the Fear. Now, the first thing I noticed about this mask was the hair. And the hair looks and feels an awful lot like the hair on a Warlock. And this mask shares a lot of the same traits as a Warlock. And I know the Halloween 1 mask and the Halloween 2 mask are the same mask. The Halloween 2 mask just looks different because it's older, it's more worn, and it looked different on Dick Warlock's head, which was wider than Nick Castle's head. However, when it comes to the Fear is more, what's the word I'm looking for? Long. Let's just say long. The mask is long instead of wide. The Warlock mask is wide. The Fear is long, which fits how the mask looked in the movie because Nick Castle's face is long. So that is definitely a difference. Also, the eyes on the Warlock are much thinner because of the stretch. And of course, the Warlock is far more weathered. And this mask definitely has some weathering on it, but it's not as weathered. Still, it looks really freaking good. So enough about the Warlock. Y'all know I love my Warlocks, but this is just a beautiful Halloween 1 mask. First and foremost, the latex on this one is very high quality. It's thick, but it's still got a little bit of a stretch to it, just like all the other CGP masks that I own. The latex is very high quality, very thick, but still with some give. So the latex is perfect on this guy. When it comes to the sculpt, I mean, it's got all the classic earmarks of a Halloween 1 mask. You've got the cheekbones, you've got the sideburns, or the glue line where the sideburns were torn off by Tommy Lee Wallace. It's got that fish belly white appearance. There's a little bit of flesh tone around the neck area and just under the chin, which gives it some nice character. There's a little bit of dirt and grime under the chin as well, and in the corners of the eyes. There's some grime going on there as well. There's some great shading around the lips to really make them stick out, and just under the nose and around the ears as well, which really makes those features pop. There's also some dark shading around the eyes, which really makes them stick out too. So the paint job on this guy is spot on. I love the highlights that really make the features on the mask pop. In a lot of Part 1 masks, you don't get that. And even though the features are there, the cheekbones and of course the lips and whatnot, because they're not shaded properly, or because, they just lack those little accents in the paint job to really make them pop, they just kind of blend in and the mask just looks flat. That is definitely not the case here. Now, when it comes to the hair, it pretty much looks and feels just like a Warlock. However, it's applied very nicely. I don't see any globs of glue around the hairline. Maybe just a little bit right there at the temple, just a little bit, and a little bit more around the temple, but not a big deal. It doesn't really stick out at all. You've really got to focus in on it to see it. Otherwise, the hair on this guy looks great. As with the Warlock masks, Terry has included some Velcro on the back of the mask so you can close it up and get a nice tight seal on the mask when it's on your head. Now, as far as size is concerned, and I know that Terry offered masks in different sizes, this one is, I could probably, I don't know, this one would be very tight to get on. It seems like a fairly decent size, but not quite my size. And I know you guys love when I put the masks on. I just don't, I'm not going to put this one on. I think I would make it, I would make the fear mask look like a Warlock mask, because my big old noggin would stretch this thing out and it would look more like a Warlock than the fear. I just checked YouTube and I only saw one video, and it was a short video for the fear mask. It's funny, when you type in Cemetery Gates Productions or CGP Michael Myers mask or any variation thereof, you get tons and tons of Warlock mask videos, including the 3 that I've done. But only one video for the fear, and it was just a short video. Now, granted, the Warlock is an awesome mask, so I can totally understand it overshadowing the fear and the Halloween 6 The Damned mask. And I know Terry offered a Halloween 4 mask for a while. I actually asked him about that mask, and he said, please don't buy one. I hate that mask. And as many of you know, Terry has officially closed up shop. He has retired from the mask making game. So all of his CGP masks now are going to become, they're already sought after, but I mean, they're going to become even more sought after now that there's not going to be any more in production. But this one's mine. You can't have it back, Gabe. I'm sorry. As with all of Terry's masks, I am really impressed with this one. This is a great mask. The latex is very high quality, very thick, yet still durable. The sculpt is undeniably a Halloween 1 sculpt. The paint job is perfect. The hair is near perfect. The weathering, everything about it. This is just an absolutely beautiful Halloween 1 Michael Myers mask from Cemetery Gates Productions. Stick around to the end of the video for some up-close and personal footage of the Cemetery Gates Productions Fear mask. All right, folks, let me know your thoughts on the Cemetery Gates Productions Fear Halloween 1 Michael Myers mask down in the comments. Do you own one of these? Do you own any of Terry's masks? Let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope everybody out there has a great, safe, healthy, and happy Halloween season. Take care, and until next time, peace. huge thank you to all my patrons and channel members for your generosity and support. Become a patron today and get early access to videos, have a say in what content appears on my channel, join me for monthly live streams, exclusive watch parties, and more. Become a channel member today and get access to exclusive badges and emotes to use when I stream, as well as members-only watch parties. Both those links are in the description. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.